Honorable Speaker, the majority leader had requested me and a small group of senators to proceed to the place where the governor for Samburu was addressing the press so that we can escort him into the precincts of Parliament, our offices here, put him somewhere. Please, Honorable Speaker, I would not like to be heckled this afternoon. I'm in a foul mood.
Tahazana, may the Senator for Nairobi City County be heard in silence. You'll have your moment.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Speaker, the reason I am saying I'm in a foul mood, I've actually been assaulted at the gate there, and I was going to get there. Mr. Speaker, when we arrived there, we found the governor of Samburu actually speaking to the press. And because you had asked that the sergeant at arms escort him to the police station, the sergeant at arms was already there. And Honorable Speaker, as honorable members, we asked him to walk with us into Parliament so that he can be taken where you had ordered him to be taken. One of his goons, Honorable Speaker, grabbed me by my coat. I don't say it's an expensive suit, but now it's ruined, Honorable Speaker. And were it not for Senator Eddy, I think I would have been found myself in a very difficult situation. Speaker, what we are saying is this. I think we need to stop making a mockery of this House. We need to stop making a mockery of devolution. We need to make stop making a mockery of the processes that are constitutionally, required to be done. So, Majority Leader, I am asking myself, I personally am happy. I'm happy that I saw a letter from the governor of Nairobi saying he is now prepared to appear before the Committee of Public Accounts. But, Honorable Speaker, this decision not to appear before a specific committee of this House is a collegiate decision by the Council of Governors. And that is why I like what the Senator for Meru has said, that this is no longer about our individual counties. One of the things that I agree with the chair of the Council of Governors, the governor for Wajir, when he spoke yesterday, he said, in fact, the oversight mandate of this House is not upon individual governors. I, as a senator for Nairobi, it is not only me who is expected to oversight Nairobi. The governor of Meru, the governor of, the governor of Meru, the governor of Samburu is also subject to my oversight as a member of this House. But where we differ is that the responsibility to account for money is an individual responsibility for them. My responsibility is to account to the people of Nairobi how I have been able to execute the mandate they gave me at the ballot. Honorable Speaker, the people of Nairobi have seen that I have exhausted everything, every single tool, including sending the IG of police to present my governor before the committee so that we can have conversations about those matters that we were highlighting yesterday. Speaker, when you talk about 21 billion shillings, that this House, not Sifuna, this House gives Nairobi 21 billion Kenya shillings. If the senator of Bungoma sitting in a committee cannot ask Sakaja questions about utilization of that resources, then how will I be able to convince you next time that you need to support me for more resources for Nairobi? So what we are saying is this. I think, honestly speaking, what is required now is some level of sobriety, some level of maturity, not from this House, but from the Council of Governors. We have had enough. You cannot subject this House to the sort of ridicule that we are seeing, that you come, you know very well, you are invited to a specific committee at a specific time, at a specific date, to discuss a specific matter. Then you bring a battery of journalists out here to tell them I am here and these people, there's nothing even I'm doing here. There's no one has asked me any question. That is not how we are supposed to relate. And intergovernmental relations are not supposed to be this acrimonious. So, Honorable Majority Leader, you have said you wanted to hear our wisdom. I am also saying, as the Senator of Nairobi, I am willing to say, let us drop that business of today so that we can be able to sort out all these problems. And Mr. Speaker, I just want finally to remind everyone that this House has not been intransigent in this impasse. In fact, I remember the Speaker of this House directing the Council of Governors that we are prepared to have a meeting as the leadership of this House with the leadership of the Council of Governors to iron out any concerns that they have. And the only condition was you cannot suspend a constitutional provision. All they needed to do is to attend those meetings for that week, and then we would have the meeting. But, Honorable Speaker, we cannot countenance a situation where somebody sitting somewhere can suspend a constitutional imperative. It is something we cannot do. So, I am hoping that the other governors will follow. And I've spoken to the chair of the county public accounts. I don't see him in the house today, but he's on his way. The vice chair is here. We are ready to issue a schedule as soon as tomorrow for people to come and account for the monies that they have done what? They have been given as county governors. And immediately that process is going on, we can come to this house and say, now, as the leadership, if they want to sit with you, the speaker, if they don't like Sifuna's face, it's fine. This is not about Sifuna. And I have said and I've repeated here, there is no senator here who cannot do the job that Sifuna does. That's the reason why all of us were elected here. So if Sifuna's face at County Public Accounts Committee is somewhat unpleasant, we can try Senator Mundiki's face. I don't have a problem. Let us try Senator Joyce Korir. If they think Senator Joyce Korir will not ask about money being taken from Kipes to go and throw a bash for border borders, they are very mistaken. If they think Senator Korir will allow them to withdraw money from the county coffers so that they can throw a housewarming party like they did in Vihiga, it is not going to be possible. Mr. Speaker, can you imagine? They say we embarrass them there. A governor comes and his records are so bad that when he is asked to read them, he says he has forgotten his glasses at home because he knows if he reads that thing, he's going to be so ridiculous. Speaker, who is embarrassing who? Who is embarrassing who? This house only operates on two things, two reports. The report from the Auditor General is brought to us, and the responses from the governors. Your responses are so bad, you are embarrassed to read them. But somehow, Sifuna is the problem. So, Speaker, I agree with my colleagues who are saying...
Sifuna, would you wish to be informed?
By all means, this is Anjurin Cheke, Elder. He has some information.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You know, Mr. Speaker, Senator for Nairobi is my good friend. And what has happened before that, the first yesterday, the report, the CPK report, the CPAC report has already departed from those committees. That report is now in this house, Mr. Speaker. So I want my friend, Senator for Nairobi, Senator Sifuna. Already the reports are property of the Senate. They have already departed from the committees. So, Mr. Speaker, what we need to do is to discuss these reports now as the Senate. Whatever we want to do with them, whatever we want to do with the governors, they should appear now before the Senate. They have already left the committees, Mr. Speaker. And if any governor should appear here the way CSCs appear before us, so that we can also interrogate them, we can be able, especially the 29, just a minute, especially the 29 governors who have really shown us the middle finger. We really need to deal with them perpendicularly, Honorable Speaker.
Senator for Nairobi City County, conclude your thoughts, please.
I wanted to conclude, Speaker, by saying that I agree with what the Senator of Meru is suggesting. And in fact, it will be good for the whole country. It will be good for the whole country to see for themselves the sort of amazing things that we are told in County Public Accounts Committee. When you ask somebody to show you what they utilized money on and they tell you that they gave supplements to wild animals who are being given special food, and there's children in this country going hungry, I want them to stand there and be live on all media stations and say those things. Let us see if Sifuna is the problem. Let us see if Sifuna is the problem. So, Speaker, I want to very strongly say.
Order, Senator Fernandez.
I want to say, let us drop this business. we are amenable as a committee. None of this business is the property of any committee. It's the property of the House. So let us adopt the position that has been taken. But until we clear those 29, there is no single coin we are going to vote for to go to the counties. Thank you.
Senator Wakoli.